your name is?
My name is Barbara.
Barbara Hatfield, right?
Correct.
And this is your studio.
It is indeed. I'm really most interested always in the energy of a piece and in sort of the characteristics of materials.
Yeah.
I often ask myself, what would happen if?
Yeah.
So I'll be trying things, and sometimes sometimes that's the beginning, sometimes I have something in my head that I really want to see if I can translate to an object or a drawing. And so there are various inspirations. I'm really interested in time and space. Sometimes that space is landscape space. And I'm inspired by things from nature. Other times it is, a different kind of space. So various inspirations and various outcomes. I have things here that are done with graphite, with oil pastel. Quite a number of works here done with ink.
Wow.
And I love the fluidity of watercolors.
Right.
They're challenging mediums. Ink and watercolor.
And so different, like the way they pull you.
And when there's this idea of control, but really it is more to do with developing a conversation or a relationship with the media.
That's wonderful.
Because the idea of control is, I think, kind of mistaken.
Yes, right? Yeah.
So
it was really a treat to chat with you just for a little while, and your work is marvelous, and it is such a special part of this event, this yearly event, to get to actually come into your workspace.
Well, it's been great to have you.
Robinett. Your art is very exciting.
Thank you.
Can you tell us a little bit about what you make?
I can. So I'm a conceptual artist, so I focus on the idea and process behind my work. And the outcome is sometimes a mystery. Here's a good example of one of my pieces where I'm actually cutting up older work that maybe I didn't love or didn't come to completion. And I'm recreating something out of it, and I place this grid over it to symbolize order out of the chaos.
Oh, that's exciting.
Yeah, and then over here I'm actually taking different squares and painting them in a 2D form. So you can kind of do a little bit of searching here and find certain squares that I paint. So.
Oh, wow. I love that. I love the layers of it and the generations of it.
Thank you.
And this is a self-portrait?
There's a self-portrait. Yeah, I do a similar thing where I painted that as a whole and then I cut it up to symbolize brokenness, but then becoming whole again.
Wow. And what is it about the grid that speaks to you?
The grid to me is order, but also perfection. So a lot of my work touches on perfection and imperfection and how the two play together.
That's thrilling. At another extremely exciting studio with
Yehudit Feinstein Mentesh,
the artist. Could you tell us a little bit about who you are as an artist and what kind of work you make?
Yeah, so I'm a visual artist, usually works with mixed media. The body of work that you see here is made with markers, Sharpies, pencils. Sometimes I combine some paint, and it's all done on cardboards, large-scale cardboards. My work is all about working from the subconscious and relate images, symbols, and different things that I come up on the paper to memories and past, present, and future. So that's the work that I have, and I live in New York for 20 years. I'm an immigrant, so it's all about those layers of who I was and who I am right now, and all the tension in between.
Yeah, I feel that. There's so much like color and kind of organic feeling. It's very exciting.
Thank you.
Can you talk about this neighborhood, Gowanus? What brought you here, and how does it inform your art, if it does?
That's such an amazing question. My art is all about home, and it's all about what is home and where is home. When we came from Israel 20 years ago, we came to Brooklyn. Brooklyn became a home for us, and our kids were born here. And the Gowanus specifically became a home for the art and to the person, the woman, the artist, the friend, the mother I became. It's a place that tells community. It's a place of discoveries. It's a place of possibilities. I started my business here a few months ago, actually, after years in the corporate world. So for me, this is home. I spend most of my days here, most of the hours, and I think that for me it's all about community and feeling that I'm part of something.
That's wonderful. Yehudit, it's so lovely to meet you. Thank you for giving us a brief introduction to your work and yourself. It's so exciting.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Gowanus fosters that. The whole area is just art related. Let's hope it stays that way.
Yeah.
Yes, I am Mark Anthony McLeod, aka Mark the Artisan, and I'm a mixed media artist.
Fantastic. And I would love to hear you speak a little bit more about your work and what you feel drawn to make right now.
Well, my work is basically my therapy. So it's all the work is about self-love, growing past negativity, elevating, and I make my pieces functional somehow. So you can always interact with the piece to be reminded about what the art is about. So I incorporate lighting, Bluetooth speakers, mirrors. I have my love message boards. I want you to write messages when you're feeling up, when you're feeling down. I want you to take those messages. So always I find a way for you to interact with the artwork.
That's really exciting. And so you're working here in Gowanus.
I'm working here in Gowanus right now. I work with Gowanus a lot. Group shows, and I just had a solo exhibition with them. Great company, love working with them. And they really, elevate artists with their platforms. So it's always great to work with them.
Do you have any relationship with the neighborhood itself?
With the neighborhood, I have my art friends. And that's a whole lot of family that I love to call my art family. And if anything they're doing, it's always positive, so I'm always down to be a part of that.
Well, it's wonderful. Your work is really striking and beautiful and strong.
Thank you.
I just kind of want to drink it in.
Right now, these are my favorite guys. The characters, I call it Lovis, or Love Is. So basically, we always give flowers to other people, but not ourselves. So These characters are giving flowers to themselves.
I love it.
Just not the act of giving flowers, but just the feeling you get from taking time to give yourself some love. So
Yeah.
So, just in case you're getting love today.
Yes,
Also
please.
for the cameraman.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you.
I love it. Thank you very much.
Thank you guys.
Yeah, can we?
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Sally.
All right.
We are here with another extraordinary artist at Gowanus Open Studios. Can you tell us who you are?
I'm Joanne McFarland, and I'm the artistic director of Art Poetica.
Outstanding. And I would love to hear a little bit about your work as an artist.
Well, I've been in Gowanus since 1990. I've been in this actual studio space since 1990, so I've seen the neighborhood change quite a bit. And I just love being in Gowanus. We have this sensational light. Everybody loves this studio space. And so we're just really, really delighted to be able to have people in our studios this year.
Yeah, it's really a beautiful, beautiful space that you have here. And you yourself are an artist. What kind of work do you do?
Well, I do a lot of collage work. So I have some of my dress collages up here. And I also do a lot of oil painting. So I kind of switch back and forth between the two, depending upon what my mood is. I'm also a poet, and I curate. And so this show here, Nest, is actually a show of 18 different artists. And my own work is woven in between. But because people react so strongly to the space and love the space so much, a few years ago I decided to use it to show not only my work, but other artists' work.
That's wonderful, and such a generosity of spirit that is evident in that. So you spoke a little bit about the neighborhood of Gowanus, and you've been here since 1990.
Yes.
Amazing. Obviously you've seen the neighborhood shift and change over time. Is there anything that you feel is enduring about this place in a way that perhaps informs your art?
Well, for years and years, I raised my kids in Park Slope, and so for years and years, every single day, I would walk by the casket company. And walking by the casket company, being kind of sandwiched in between the casket company and the Gowanus Canal, was always a reminder that we are not here for that long, and we don't know what's going to happen to us, and we have toxins on this side, and life is fleeting on that side. And so every time I would come to my studio, I would be reminded, you need to get some work done. You need to use this time really well. And I think that is because the canal, even after it gets all cleaned up, is still going to be the Gowanus Canal.
Yeah.
I think it's a reminder to us that this neighborhood is going to stay a little bit quirky, maybe a little bit funky, and that's part of the tension for all of us as artists in terms of making art.
Yeah.
How can we make beauty? How can we pull beauty out of circumstances that resist being idealized?
Right. Ooh, that's delicious. You're so compelling as a person and as an artist. I wonder about what you're feeling pulled towards right now in terms of your own work.
Well, I think that we have so many challenges that we are facing nationally and globally. I think it's a time when many of us are searching for more community, deeper community. We see the value in and necessity in working together. A lot of people in this building have built careers being independent artists, but now it's time for a different way of working. I think these challenges that we're facing now are so enormous that we really cannot do this alone. We need more community, deeper community, more honesty, more courage in terms of what we're willing to say and what we're willing to do. And being more visible and really putting ourselves on the line, this is the moment to decide, well, what are you willing to do? And one of the reasons why I created this space is because in my philosophy, I see creativity and violence as opposites. And so my space is intentionally as creative as I can possibly make it. That's one of the reasons why I show all of the different types of work that people are doing. And that really, really, really matters to me, to show that creativity is a force that we have not really tapped as much as we can. So I think this is the moment to do it.
This is the do or die.
This is it.
Yeah.
This is it.
Yeah. Joanne, what a treat. Thank you for having this conversation with me.
Sure. Melody, that was wonderful. Thanks for coming in.
Yeah, thank you.